Airport security and airline policies have gone through a major overhaul this year, and not a lot of people are aware of this. People are showing up thinking it's business as usual, and next thing you know, they're stranded, stressed out, and watching their favorite carry-on items get tossed in the trash. This year alone, we've seen seasoned travelers panicking at TSA checkpoints, ripping their bags open, and arguing with security. Boarding gates are turning into chaos zones, and folks are being told they have to ditch stuff they didn't even know was on the no-fly list. And so, today, we're going to break down the 8 biggest airport mistakes you're probably making right now, and more importantly, how to avoid them. Let's jump right in. All right, the first big mistake travelers are making in 2025 is flying with smart luggage that has non-removable batteries. These days, almost everything you can think of has been infused with some form of tech. You know those smart suitcases with built-in chargers, GPS tracking, and digital locks? Well, that fancy high-tech carry-on might just be the reason you're stuck at the terminal, panic buying an overpriced duffel bag you never planned to own. If your smart luggage has a non-removable battery, many airlines won't even let it on the plane. Doesn't matter how much it costs or how many cool features it has. If the battery can't come out, it's not flying. Some airlines are now asking for proof that your battery meets current safety standards, like UL 2015 certification for lithium batteries. That means having official documentation or a label from the manufacturer. Most travelers don't even know what that looks like, let alone carry paperwork to prove it. So before your next trip, check if your smart suitcase has a clearly removable battery, and make sure it's labeled with all the right safety markings. Better yet, call your airline ahead of time and ask about their current rules. Yeah, it's a bit of a hassle, but it's a whole lot better than having to choose between missing your flight or saying goodbye to your luggage. Another mistake you do not want to make is ignoring airline carry-on restrictions. If you are flying a budget airline in Europe this summer, then you have to be very careful, because that backpack you used last year might cost you more than your flight. Low-cost carriers like Ryanair, EasyJet, and Wizz Air have quietly downsized their free carry-on allowances, and they're strict. If your bag doesn't slide perfectly into their metal sizer at the gate, then you're paying. Doesn't matter if it measured fine at home or you swore it fit last time. If it doesn't fit their frame, it's going in the cargo hold, and you're getting charged on the spot. Some travelers have started packing measuring tape in their bags just to stay ahead. Recently, a family of 4 at Gatwick, who thought they were in the clear, found out that their bags didn't slide in smoothly, and they were charged €60 per person. That's €240 out of pocket before they even left for vacation. It's not just about the size. Weight matters too. Many of these airlines have tight weight limits, sometimes as low as 10 kilograms. Your bag might be the perfect size, but if it's even a little heavy, you could still get hit with a hefty gate fee. So if you're flying with multiple low-cost carriers, don't assume their baggage rules are the same. Double-check every time and compare policies side by side. One airline's personal item might be another airline's €70 mistake. Another tip is to take a screenshot of the baggage policy when you book. If the airline changes the rules later, you'll have proof of what you originally agreed to. That little screenshot could save you a lot of money and a massive headache at the gate. This next mistake literally caused a plane to catch fire this year. And yes, people got injured. Bringing non-removable battery powerbanks. After a string of mid-air fire scares and emergency landings linked to overheated lithium batteries, airlines are cracking down hard. That power bank you rely on to keep your phone juiced up is now under serious scrutiny. Back in January 2025, a power bank caught fire on a passenger plane in South Korea while the plane was still on the tarmac. it triggered a full-blown evacuation. The troubling thing about this is that the battery was actually allowed on board. It met the official size limits, but still overheated and caused chaos. The power bank was found in an overhead luggage compartment where the fire was first detected. Today, anything over 160 watt-hours, about 32,000 milliamp hours, is banned, period. That goes for both carry-ons and checked luggage. Most everyday power banks are under 100 watt-hours, roughly 20,000 milliamp hours, which are allowed but only in your carry-on. But you should never ever pack one in checked luggage. If it starts a fire down there, no one can put it out in time. And it's not just about numbers anymore. Some airlines now require you to declare every single power bank at check-in, even if it's tiny. Travelers have shared stories online about being told they could only bring 2 total, regardless of size, because that's what the gate agent decided that day. So before you fly, do yourself, and everyone else on board, a favor by checking your power bank's watt-hour rating. It's usually printed somewhere on the device. Keep it in your carry-on, never in checked baggage. And review your airline's current battery rules. They're not always the same. Next mistake to avoid is ignoring updated medication rules. TSA has officially stepped up its game when it comes to screening medications, and this is even more important if you're going international. Rules vary wildly from country to country, and what's totally normal in the US could get you flagged, or worse, somewhere else. First things first, always keep your prescription meds in their original bottles, with the labels still attached. Don't try to transfer pills into cute little travel containers, especially if you're leaving the country. Customs officials don't care how aesthetic your pill organizer looks. They care about what's legal. Also, liquid medications are in their own lane. If your meds are over 3.4 ounces, that's fine. Just pack them separately from your regular toiletries and declare them during screening. TSA generally allows them, but they need to know what's up before you hit the scanner. Pro tip, make a dedicated med bag. Seriously, just a small pouch with all your prescription bottles. That way, if your carry-on gets gate-checked last minute, because, let's be real, it happens, you're not panicking mid-air without access to your essential meds. Some medications that are totally fine in the US, like pseudoephedrine, yes, the stuff in cold meds, are straight up banned in places like Japan, Mexico, and the UAE. No warning, no questions, just confiscation or worse. So, do your homework before you fly. One traveler shared her story about having prescription eye drops confiscated at Milan's Linate Airport. And this happened because the prescription label was only on the box, not the actual bottle. Even though she explained they were medically necessary, security still took them. No label, no exception. If you're enjoying this video, click the like and subscribe button. Also, turn on post notification so you can be notified when we post new and exciting contents like this one. Another common mistake is relying solely on digital boarding passes. We're living in a paperless world, but when it comes to boarding passes, don't go fully digital just yet. Yeah, pulling up your boarding pass on your phone feels super convenient, until it isn't. Experienced travelers know relying only on your phone at the airport is just asking for trouble. Why? Because your phone will pick the worst possible moment to fail you. The battery dies, the Wi-Fi drops, or the screen glitches out. That little piece of paper is your insurance policy. And here's a bonus. When you print your pass at a kiosk, you sometimes get access to updated seat maps. If people haven't checked in yet, better seats might open up, exit rows, aisle seats, or ones closer to the front. It's your shot at a seat upgrade without spending a dime. So, print the boarding pass. Keep the digital version, sure, but stash that paper copy in your pocket or passport holder. In a world where everything is one app, crash away from chaos, old school still wins sometimes. Another common mistake is assuming the liquid rules are gone. Okay, so you've probably seen the headlines, "Airports scrap the 100 milliliter liquid rule." Sounds like a dream, right? No more squeezing your skincare into tiny travel bottles or saying goodbye to your full-size perfume. But let me stop you right there, because that's only half the truth. And believing the hype could have you chugging your $80 serum at security like it's a protein shake. Yes, some airports have started rolling out fancy new CT scanners that technically allow you to carry liquids over 100 milliliters in your hand luggage. But, and it's a big but, only a small number of airports have made the switch. And guess what? A few that did are now backtracking because of security concerns. In the UK alone, 6 airports, including London City, Aberdeen, and Newcastle, have already reinstated the old rules. That means your full-size face wash? Not getting through. Even major airports like Heathrow haven't fully committed. Sure, they've got the new tech, but only in some terminals and only for select flights. So, unless you know exactly where you're flying from and to, you're rolling the dice. Also, if you're connecting through a more old-school airport that hasn't installed these scanners yet, it doesn't matter if your departure airport cleared your liquids. You could still be forced to toss them mid-journey. It's giving chaos. So, maybe just leave your designer perfume at home if you don't want to watch it get thrown away. The safest move right now is not to trust the headlines. Stick to the clear plastic bag. Keep your liquids under 100 milliliters. Yes, it's annoying. Yes, we all thought we were finally free. But until this new tech becomes the standard everywhere, it's not worth the risk of losing your favorite moisturizer, or worse, missing your flight while arguing with security about scanner upgrades. You know how, when you're at your gate, you just want to plug your earphones and listen to music or watch a movie? Well, this might not be the best idea. And we'll tell you why in the next point. Next mistake to avoid is using outdated flight information. So let's talk about something a lot of travelers do without thinking: taking a screenshot of your boarding pass and calling it a day. Yeah, it shows your flight time, seat number, and gate. But here's the problem. If that gate changes or your flight gets delayed, which, let's be real, happens all the time, your screenshot's basically useless. Always check the airport's live flight info boards. Those massive screens aren't just there for decoration. They update in real time and will tell you if your gate got moved, if your flight's been delayed, or if it's boarding early. Yep, that happens too. You can also try texting yourself your flight number. Just send a quick message like EK712 or AA143. Your phone will turn it into a clickable link that pulls live flight updates. Super handy. Just remember, this only works if you've got internet, so keep your phone charged and be cautious with public Wi-Fi. Consider using a VPN, especially in crowded airports. And don't even get me started on people missing flights because they're too locked into their phones. One traveler shared how she almost missed her flight in Vietnam because the plane left a whole hour early. No announcement popped up on her app. No one texted. She was just chilling on a call with her mom, who, by the way, heard her name being shouted over the airport speakers. That's how she made it to the gate. Last-minute panic run. Moral of the story? Take out your headphones once in a while. Keep the volume low enough to hear announcements. And if your gate isn't in your direct line of sight, make a habit of checking the info screens every 15 minutes. It might feel extra, but missing your flight because of a gate switch or a silent boarding call? That's the kind of chaos no one wants. Finally, make sure you read the fine print on basic economy tickets. Everyone loves a good deal, so when you see that basic economy fare pop up for half the price of a regular ticket, your finger immediately jumps on the Book Now icon. But before you go patting yourself on the back for saving money, here's the truth. Airlines have turned basic into brutal. Let's talk about Air Canada, because starting January of this year, they've officially made basic economy feel like you're flying with a seat and not much else. First of all, no carry-on. Not kidding. You get one personal item, like a small backpack, laptop bag, or purse, and that's it. Want to bring an actual carry-on suitcase? That'll be $35 for the first bag and $65 for every additional one. So that cheap flight? Not so cheap anymore. Second, forget sitting with your travel buddy. As of January 21st, you can't even pick your seat anymore without coughing up extra cash. You'll be randomly assigned, yes, even if you're flying with your partner or your grandma or your 6-year-old. One traveler said they booked seats together under the same reservation and still got split up both ways. When they asked the gate agent, they were told, "That's basic economy now. You can pay to sit together if you want." And it's not just Air Canada. Airlines like United and Delta are following the same playbook. Basic economy used to mean no frills. Now it feels like good luck. A lot of people think they're saving money, but once you start adding on carry-on fees, seat selection, maybe even early boarding, if you're into that, you're often spending more than if you just bought the regular main cabin fare from the beginning. So before you jump at that cheap ticket, take 30 seconds to add up the real cost. If you're planning to bring anything more than a purse and don't want to risk being assigned the middle seat in row 38 next to a crying baby and the bathroom door, maybe skip the basic fare altogether. What do you think about this list? Did we miss anything important? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this.